And welcome back, everybody, to Geriatric Gaming. Shy Sox Fan 11 here, and we're here to make this video very quickly to explain about a continued problem we seem to be having on the channel and to tell you what our plans are to combat it. So the problem is, well, YouTube kind of sucks sometimes, and I hate saying that since, this is kind of the platform I'm using right now to get this content out there. But we have had a problem since last year, and it is apparently continuing to be a problem. And we don't know exactly how to fix it, and we're pretty sure it's not anything to do with anything we're doing on our end. So what is the problem? If you've watched some videos on the channel already, you may have noticed that there's a desync issue. And by desync, what I mean is that the audio is not matching up to the video. More often than not, these are videos where I introduce the match from the loading screen with my survivors out there. I talk about the perks I'm running, what my plan is in the match, talk about what we hope to do, and then in a normal video, everything will fade to black, and then it will zoom right back into where we fade into the match. I'll say what map we're on, and we'll start the match. And those videos that are still working that way and going that way, well, those are good, and that's what we want. Unfortunately, what happens is, to get that video to look like that, what I do is I use YouTube's own editing software. So I upload a video, I play on console on the PS5, I tape a match in its entirety from that opening through the loading screen all the way to the end, at what point I end the video. That video then gets uploaded to YouTube. Then I go ahead and use YouTube's own editing software that they provide, their own editor, to cut out the audio and video between the end of the loading screen, or the beginning of the loading screen, where you see the offerings and everything else, up until the beginning of the match, because, well, that's just kind of dead air. It used to be in my beginning videos I would talk during that portion, but there's only so many times I can say, hey, I hope my totems are in a good spot, or hey, this is what I hope to do, without it becoming repetitive and boring. And I know anyone who watches the video wants to see the match get underway as quickly as possible. So I cut out all of that part during the match. What's going on is that YouTube, and I say YouTube's doing it because I'm certainly not doing it, is YouTube is reinserting my video back into my videos after the fact. But they're not reinserting the audio. So what happens? The audio has the portion cut out during that loading process, but the video doesn't. So the video will actually play the loading stuff that I've already cut out of the video. After YouTube has reinserted it somehow magically, that will play, but the audio will pick up where I've started the match. And if you're watching this, this makes for an incredibly unpleasant experience for the viewer. It basically makes the video unwatchable. And for anybody who's had to sit through one of my videos that's doing that, my apologies to you. I'm sorry. It's not me doing it. Again, the first time it happened, it was very strange. Then I noticed it happened on a lot of videos. And I try to catch as many as I can when they happen, but it tends to happen on older videos, and I don't always have reason to look back in an older video. The bigger problem I'm having is that this is going out on Wednesday. Last night's release, a Tuesday night video, actually had that issue. And it was brought to my attention by somebody who commented in the multiple people who put in the comments that the audio and video was not synced properly. That was basically painful to watch, and that it sucked. And I agree with you, it does, and I apologize for that. This is me reassuring you that that's not me doing that. And what's more upsetting is the video that went up Tuesday night was not a very old video. That was relatively recently taped, and just was edited not even a week ago. And for that video to already be having desync is just mind-boggling to me and baffling to me. It's frankly baffling to me to begin with why that's going on at all. Again, it's nothing on my end. I edit the videos, I scan the videos, I watch the videos to make sure that they are working properly before I basically schedule them to go out. Because when a video is up and edited, I can watch it privately before anybody else does, which I usually do, to make sure the video's fine. That video that went up Tuesday night was perfectly fine a week ago. And in that period of time, since I edited it, that happened. Now, can I salvage that video? In some cases, I've been able to re-edit these videos and make them go the way they're supposed to again. In some instances, I haven't been. And if you look through the playlist, if you see any instances of deleted video or a private video that's not a video that's upcoming, this is what's going on with those videos. And I had a video that was a really good match that I really enjoyed, that I thought was very entertaining to watch, that will never see the light of day on this channel again, because there's no way I can fix the video at this point. And I can't. I even tried downloading it to my laptop to see if I could edit it somehow there, and I'm getting a version that I can't do anything with. So yeah, YouTube is kind of screwing me over with this, and I'm not the only one who's having this problem. If you do a Google search on why are my videos on YouTube desyncing, you'll see a lot of people ask this question. I have looked through answers, and I have had no luck finding any answer that makes sense to me as to how to fix it. People have things about reinstalling your browser and doing all the rest of that. That should honestly have nothing to do with what's going on, and I don't see how any of the fixes I've seen online would fix this and keep this problem from continuing to happen. So what does that mean for the channel? Well, at some point, I'm going to go back and just start looking through all of my old videos, and that's a lot of videos. There's hundreds and hundreds of videos up on this channel, and I'm basically going to have to look through all of them to see which ones are desynced and which ones aren't, and just check to see what I can leave up and what can't. And if I find ones that are desynced, I may clean the channel up some and just reduce the number of videos total. I don't necessarily want to do that, but I may have to do that if some of these videos are not fixable, the ones that are messed up. As far as the future goes, as I told somebody during one of my Twitch streams recently, I like being able to introduce the video. I like being able to talk about my perks, about what I want to do in the match, what I hope to accomplish. I think that's informative. I watch other streamers and content creators, and it's no fault of theirs, but they'll sometimes play a match and they'll have their perks or their loadout, and they won't talk about it. And I guess their assumption is that if you're watching them, you know what everything does and you'll know what they're doing. Excuse me, but that is not always the case. So I like the informative part of being able to talk about a match, why I'm doing something, why I'm running the build I am. And that's why I do the introductions. But to do that, I then have to sit through, again, a loading screen. And nobody wants to sit through a minute to 2 minutes of the game loading up for everybody when, you know, time is always of the essence. People are going to want to get into the match. So as you see, anything that comes directly from my Twitch stream, my Twitch highlights literally always start right at the beginning of the match. My solo survivor matches always start at the very beginning of the match because it's the easiest place to do it. There's not really much on a survivor round to talk about beforehand, and the Twitch stream is just being taken directly off of the Twitch stream. So again, no real reason to have anything before that. Those videos are probably going to be what I'm going to have to do on the channel for the time being, for the foreseeable future, until I can figure out why this issue keeps happening, what can be done to stop it and to prevent it. Because the problem is, when these videos go up looking like the one Tuesday night did, it makes me look unprofessional. It makes this channel look unprofessional. It reflects poorly on me, and that's doubly aggravating because not only is that not who I am, but it really makes me angry that it's YouTube and an issue somewhere on YouTube's end, or with their software, or with their editor, or whatever it is that's causing this. Because again, I'm not going back and reinserting video into my videos to mess it up, and I'm not putting up videos that I can tell right away are messed up. That's not what's going on. This is happening, and a lot of times it's happening without my knowledge, and only until someone points it out to me. There's a decent chance I wouldn't have known Tuesday night's video was messed up until I saw the comments where people commented. And I would say, if you see a video on the channel that's like that, please bring it to my attention. But I think in the foreseeable future, I'm literally just going to have to start matches up from the very beginning, and that doesn't allow me to really do much in the line of talking about what I'm trying to do in the match. I'm going to try to make it a point to kind of explain it at the beginning of the match, hopefully. But, you know, sometimes if we're playing a killer round, we're going to find survivors quick and we get distracted because we're in the middle of the match. So it's not ideal, but unfortunately, the only videos that I seemingly are not having this problem are videos that I never use the editor on. And those are videos that just start up at the start of the match and go to the end of the match. Those are not seemingly having the issue, and unfortunately, that I think is going to be the way I'm going to have to record killer rounds in the future, is with no introductions. And that's a shame, because like I said, I like doing it. I think it's helpful for people who watch the channel who are trying to learn something. And I think it's a shame because, again, it's not me doing it. It's YouTube and some problem in the YouTube software or the editor or whatever it is. If someone else knows differently, please feel free to comment below. But for now, all I have to go on is that my videos that look fine, that go up fine, get messed up by YouTube along the way, and there's not really much I can do to predict it, to stop it. The only thing I can do is try to fix it afterwards, apologize for it, and in some extreme cases have to take it down. So a lot of times I've said before, behavior, fix your game when it comes to Dead by Daylight. YouTube, fix your software platform, because as a content creator, and I guess maybe it's a case of you get what you pay for. YouTube doesn't charge you to put their videos up. Of course, they make ad revenue off of these videos, obviously. But yeah, YouTube, I'd like to say get your stuff together, because I don't think this is on my end, and I'm not the only person having this problem. And I can't figure out how stuff gets reinserted into a video that, well, that I'm not doing manually. Stuff I've already deleted, YouTube decides they're just going to put back in. Very upsetting, very aggravating. So this is just a quick explanation. So if you see a little bit of change in the format of the videos coming from here on out, this is the reason why. If you see a video on the channel that's desynced, this is the explanation for why it's happening and what I'm going to do to try to correct it and keep it from happening again in the future. Another quick note is that we do have a guide to playing the pig. Speaking of instructional stuff, we're just waiting on the finishing of a thumbnail to go with our video, and I'm looking forward to releasing that. I'm very excited. Jeff gave me a hand with it. It's a very basic beginner's guide to the pig that I hope everyone enjoys. That'll be coming up soon, and we're going to continue our content, hopefully with no more screw-ups from YouTube messing up what we're trying to put out there. Hopefully we'll still have videos that you enjoy, and hopefully you keep coming back. And again, my apologies for anybody who's had to sit through a video that's desynced, because obviously that's not entertaining and that's just a waste of time, and that's not my intent. Hopefully that won't happen again. Hopefully I can work around whatever the YouTube issue is and maybe get things going in the right direction. So that's it for this explanation. Feel free to comment below. Please hit the like and subscribe button while you're here. New videos will try to go up on a daily basis. And you can follow us over at the link below on Twitch at Geriatric Gaming 11 and get notified whenever we go live there. Until the next time, thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you in the next Dead by Daylight.